Well,
That's
what
right.
does it say there on the pattern? Because that seems
Well,
simple.
Evil Queen had a magic mirror. In that mirror, she would go and ask every day, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And as long as the mirror said, you are, she was happy. Well, one day the mirror didn't say that, did it? It described a maiden. It said a maiden with hair as black as ebony, skin white as snow, yes, it's very cute, and lips red as a rose. Well, I simply had so many dreams, so I would go by my wishing well, and I would sing a song into the wishing well, because that's how your dreams come true. But I had no idea that the prince had climbed over the wall, and he had been watching me all that time, didn't he? Well, he sang me a song called One Song about how much he was in love with me, and I was very shy, so I ran away. And I didn't notice, but can you see the evil queen?
Yeah.
She's there in the window. She was spying on us the whole time.
That's scary.
But she was very angry, wasn't she? So she told the huntsman to take me far out into the woods and never to bring me home again. Well, the following day he took me to the woods, didn't he? But you see, he couldn't be. He couldn't do what the queen had asked. He was really a good person. He was just following orders. So he told me to run away and never come back. I had never been in the woods before, and I was very frightened. I was very lost. I had never been out of the castle, and I didn't know where to go. But luckily, some fur friends found me. Can you see them? What kind of fur friends do you see?
Birds.
Birds, and what else do you see?
Rabbits. Turtle.
That's right.
My dog was here, but my stomach took it away from me.
Oh,
My dog would take one thing.
that was probably a smart idea.
Poor
kids
Should
are
I continue with the story a little more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was very upset, but I knew if I sang a song that I would be happier. And do you remember the song that I sang?
Yeah.
I sang with a smile and a song. Can you sing it with me? Do you want to try? With a smile and a song, life is just a bright sunny day. Your cares fade away, and your song is sung. When you smile and you sing, life is tune and every day is spring, and life flows along with a smile and a song. Well, I asked them if they knew anywhere I could stay. See, I couldn't live up in a bird's nest. That's much too high. And I couldn't fit in a hollow, in a tree. I'm much too big. Do you know where I could live? I asked my new friends.
Castle.
They did. Do you know where they took me?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah. Castle.
Kind of a castle. They took me to the cutest little cottage I had ever seen. And in that cottage, there's very small things. It must have been a child's house. And you know what? It was so dirty inside. My goodness. There was dust and dishes everywhere. I thought to myself, where must their mother be? But what if they didn't have a mother? Oh, that would be very sad, wouldn't it? So we cleaned up, didn't we? Sang a song about whistling while you work. Can any of you whistle? Can you try? Well, we're about to meet my new friends. Can you see who these are?
Yeah.
These are 7 dwarfs. Can we name them together? Can we start from the beginning? Do you remember his name? Doc, right? Who's the next one?
Grumpy.
Grumpy.
Happy. Sleepy.
This one always has to plug his nose.
Sneezy.
That's right.
Bashful. And dopey.
That's right, Dopey. Dopey doesn't really speak, but that's okay. He's very charming, that's why. Well, they had come back to their home, and they'd realized somebody had been there. Because there was food cooking, and everything had been cleaned up. I thought if I'd cleaned everything up, and maybe cooked them some dinner, they'd let me stay. Because I had nowhere else to go. Well, luckily, when I explained to them my situation, they decided that they would let me stay, because I told them that the evil queen was after me. Well, the following day, the evil queen went to her mirror, and she asked, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" And the mirror answered, "Snow White," didn't it? And that's when the queen found out the truth, that I was not gone forever, and the huntsman had tricked her. So she decided.
This is scary.
That's right. She used a potion, and she changed her voice to sound like an old hag, and she made a poison, a sleeping spell, with an apple, so that if you took a bite, it would put you to sleep, and you'd be gone forever. Unless, of course, you had true love's first kiss. That was the only thing that could break the spell. But you see, the evil queen, she was very silly. She didn't believe in true love. Well, the next day, I sent off all the dwarfs to work, and I kissed them goodbye. And Grumpy warned me. He said not to let anyone in the cottage, and not to speak to any strangers. Well, later that afternoon, as I was making a gooseberry pie for Grumpy, to cheer him up a little bit, I didn't realize, but the old hag had crept up to the cottage, didn't she? She had an evil treat for me.
I like that movie.
She was having a very hard time, so I let her into the cottage, didn't I? And
Not
she
very
tricked
good.
me. She told me that the apple was a wishing apple. And if I made a wish and I took a bite, that my dreams would come true. So I did, didn't I? Because I wanted to be with the prince, so I wished about being with him. And that's when it happened. I fell asleep. But all of the animals, they were brave, weren't they? And they ran off to find the dwarfs and bring them back. And the dwarfs chased the poor evil queen all the way up to the mountain, didn't they? All the way up to the top. Can you see who's leading? Who's leading them?
Grumpy.
That's right.
Grumpy.
And they chased her up to the top, and she fell over the edge, never to be seen of again. You see? Well, the next day, the dwarfs built a beautiful glass box, and they put me inside. Do you like my dress?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And I didn't know at the time, because I was sleeping, but the prince had been searching for me far and wide. He was looking for the beautiful girl in the glass box. And when he came up to it, he opened it up, and he kissed me goodbye to say farewell. But he didn't know that it was our first kiss. And because we were truly in love, it broke the spell, didn't it? And just like that, I woke up and I was able to be with my friends again. And it was very joyous. And I was very happy. And the prince put me on his white horse, and we rode off to the castle, where we could live happily ever after. The end. Did you like that story?
You like it? Yeah.